And soda.
This meeting is being recorded.
Awesome, gang. Welcome to January 10th. And we have 9 inches of snow here. This is Tracy. Welcome. It's called Happy Health Habits. This is our Happy Health Habits tribe, or I don't want to say gang, but friend group, support and encouragement group. And Michelle is here. Yeah. Oh, pretty background today. We got Michelle, Betty, Sharon. We have some regulars that come in and out. So hopefully Tracy will become a regular, and some of our regulars are gone. So welcome we're almost at National Ditch It Day for our for people who set resolutions. But we know that we don't set resolutions. We just pick a word to live a word, pick a word to live through, right? And
Yes.
so we're going to talk about that because we're living it. We're on the Live It Land bus. So I'm going to just kind of screen share here real quick, and we'll go through a couple things from Monday. Tracy, we usually have times where we're going to share wins of the week. We're going to share what our challenges were of the week. And you don't have to share anything. You can just listen, but we're going to go through if you want to, you certainly can. And then we're going to discuss Monday. Monday was about goal setting and life planning, and we're going to discuss the content, what we got out of the community time on Monday night, and that I got some really cool. I got something really cool that I'm excited to share. So lots to talk about. Thank you for loving yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle. And it's about you first. Self-care is not selfish, remember. We are on the energy bus toward Live It Land. We are all here to make our dreams come true in our lives, not just our scale to say a certain number. So we're wanting to remember that that's the road we're on. We are on the right bus. We just have to stay on the bus. We will sometimes get off the bus and we'll take a little side trip, and then we'll have to get our ticket back on the bus, because living it is the only way to go. Live it, not diet, right?
Yes.
Live it, not diet. D-I-E it. We are living it. Last time we talked about, this talks about the bus ticket, and rule number 4, invite people on your bus and share your vision for the road ahead. Give them the ticket. Remember, you're driving the bus, but as you drive your bus, you want to keep asking people to get on. The worst they can do is say no. If you don't ask, they won't get on. Plus, more people you pick up along the way creates more energy you create during the ride. The goal is eventually to have standing room only on your bus. Since this is an energy bus, is that cool? Standing room only.
Yes.
Since this is an energy bus, it is always expanding, and you'll always be able to add more people. Ooh, I love that. And now that you ask your team to get on your bus, or else you'll be driving the product launch by yourself. They're talking about business, or you can't do this one alone. So thank you, everyone, on my bus. That card you sent me in the mail was wonderful, Sandy. I thank you very much for that. My vision, as always, is that, again, we're on Destination Live It Land. We're free of the insanity, the discouragements, the disappointments on a day-to-day basis of ourselves, and we're all restoring our dignity, our self-respect, and our integrity. So we're on a journey of wholeness, pursuing wholeness. So when we start, we're broken, and our wheels are all bent up, and we're on a journey to integrate to wholeness, right? There's hope for wholeness. That's what my focus for the year is going to be: hope for wholeness. And I think I'm changing my word. Instead of authenticity and action, I think I'm changing it to becoming whole, because this really act of becoming whole and expanding, like it says in the book, we can expand. Our bus is standing room only, and we can keep expanding our integrity, keep expanding our integrity and our dignity and our self-respect and our habits. We always keep expanding our habits and our health, and we're becoming So that's really rhyming. That's really kind of what I'm thinking about this year, is that continual expansion through becoming more and more whole. And I think for the first time in my life, since I was so broken and buried, I first time in my life, I'm feeling like I can be expansive instead of I'm stuck in a rut. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so like it's amazing to me because I've never felt this way before. So it's really cool how things change when you start to get a handle on how to drive your bus, and how to drive it in a live it fashion instead of being from popping from one diet and crisis to the next. So remember, everybody, there's all kinds of science and research out there. If you ever, just Google up the word neuroplasticity. You can change your brain. You can change your reactions and your stimulus. The stimulus and response, the gap between the two is what we want to do in our ears, is retrain our brains. And it is possible to do that by making sure that you stop for 90 seconds, breathe, and get your brain and your body reconnected, right? So make sure to take a deep breath in, all the way out, a little rubbing the hands together, breathing, and using your belly breaths. The butterfly relaxation. Have you guys ever tried the butterfly? This is really great to relax yourself before you make a decision. Take a few deep breaths, do the butterfly, even hug on yourself, as Robin said, give yourself a great big hug, right? Taking your deep breaths. Then we can make better choices as we retrain our nervous system. So that's element 4 and 5, Tracy. You'll get into that later on down the road. But we got to, that's partly how we change our behaviors, getting ourselves calm and relaxed before we make stupid decisions. Making our habits of disease more integrated into a whole, integrity and self-respect, dignity. As we earn that back, we're using our tools, our coach, our habits of health system, our community, which we're in today and Monday night, and then we're using our tools for fuelings. But after we're done using those tools, we're living our life by creating and crafting our meals by ourselves. So we have people in here today, Tracy, that are in different various phases of this. All those meal tools right now, but Sharon and I are living in a place of crafting our own, and we're doing our own things 6 times a day. So but we want to always make sure to grade ourselves at the beginning of the year. This is a good time as you're doing the goal setting, thinking about what your life planning is and your goals are for Monday. Tracy, you were on Monday. Bravo. I was so excited for you. And you even comment. As you're doing your goal planning and you're becoming not a victim, right? You're going to use your tools. For the other people here, I want everyone to grade themselves on, take a moment at the beginning of the year. How could you use your tools and your system better? Are you getting an A, B, C, or D? Could you be following your food plan and your nutrition and hydration plan better? Do you want to be focused on making sure that you're listening to a community call, making these, getting in live? Do you want to make sure, put your brain on 5 and 1, one page in the life book every day and one audio video? So 5 minutes a day in the life book. Is that a goal for you? One recording or one live meeting a week. That's a great little small micro goal you could set. Somebody set that for the 28-day challenge. She said, I'm going to read this book 5 minutes a day for 28 days. So that was her goal. That's Melissa. She's not on today. I don't think. Or are you missing coaching calls, or are you worse, dodging your coach because you had a really bad day? If you're dodging me and if you're ghosting me, I know why. Okay. You just know you can't hide, because I'm going to keep bothering you until you answer me.
Yes.
because I know likely if you're dodging me, you're having a really bad time and you're not reaching out for help. So always make sure to use that coaching tool. Not myself, but the Optimal Life group, and each other. You call each other, message or text each other, go in the Optimal Life group, get some support from the community. So we're going to celebrate some wins, kind of go around the room. What are we winning? Where are we, where are we falling short? Where are we missing the mark? And then we're going to talk about Monday and what we got out of community time. So why don't I will go through these slides real quick and then we'll talk. I'll take this off so I can see everybody at once. But this was from Monday night. Love, love, love. I'm in love with this. Just my thoughts on this. I mean, you guys screenshot it, put it on your phone as a screensaver or your computer, because every day we tend to drift down and we sit and we do musical chairs. I know from my life, I spent the entire first 40 years or 45 years in the drama triangle, knowingly and unknowingly trying to get out of it, trying to climb my way out of being a victim. And Tracy, what did you say you learned from do you want to share what you learned from Monday night? You said, I said, what was your
I'm not a victim. I'm in charge of my life. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that a first kind of like aha moment for you when you saw that?
Well, I liked his story about how he blamed his wife for bringing in all that food.
Right.
I was doing that with my mom. She wouldn't bring in these chips and candies and all this junk. I wouldn't eat it. So
you were blaming poor Mary.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The minute she made the decision to take her own life and not be a victim, for everybody, give her a round of applause. I mean, really.
Yes.
Day 3, and she's got a big picture item here, you guys, ladies. Like, this is huge. That was a huge aha moment. And her mom, she turned around, was blaming her mom, making her mom the villain. And her mom is now decided she's going to start with her, and they started the same day, and she's sharing a box with her, and she's on day 3 as well. So see, you just flip the whole thing, you flip the whole thing up into the empowerment triangle, which you'll learn about by taking it on and saying, no, I'm not a victim of my circumstances, and I'm going to get my life back. So you just flip the scenario all the way up to empowerment from victims. So I'm very proud of you. You both did. You both did. I'm very proud of you. So this is great. Do you blame yourself? Are you the villain? Are you blaming someone else? Are you blaming, are you oh, it's not fair? Are you the whiner? Oh, I'm here to save the day. I got my cape and I can save the world. Like, that's me. I love the hero. Love to be the hero with the cape. But I also love to be the enabler to the point of the fact I enable people to the point of me becoming a victim. And I'm very easily giving too much, doing too much, too much. And then all of a sudden I'm crying and whining because, I'm too tired, or I'm this, or I'm that. And you know what? It's so easy for me to slip into that, you guys. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I love this picture because it's a really good reminder for me. I love to keep it on hand all the time. So I'm glad they shared it. And then at the beginning of the year here, we're going to talk about what we want more or less of. What do we need to do? I like these. Are we thriving, maintaining, declining, or struggling? Are we just steady Eddie? Are we, as Mary Gomat always says, are we inclining, declining, or reclining? And if we're reclining, we're going to start declining because that's the law of gravity. So if we're not always moving up, inclining, we'll never be thriving. So always be thinking about a recliner. And if you get stuck in there, have you ever done that, Betty, where you sit in a recliner and you get stuck in there and you just can't get out?
Yeah. The legs don't work and you can't push it down, or the electricity goes off on the new one and you can't, and there you are trying to get out. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You look like that bug, and it's on its back spinning around. beep.
Yep, and then your habits are declining, right? They're
Yeah.
just absolutely you're in decline. So so yeah, we'll let's talk about what habits are in decline and what are not. Oh, I forgot. Do you guys remember the one graphic with the I'll go back and add that in. I'll take this off screen share. That was my favorite aha moment. So I got to add that one back in. Yeah, I'll go get it. What do you want to create? Where are you now? What do you want to change? And do you see your goals through to a successful result? So if you've never done life planning and or goal planning or anything like that, now is the time to learn how to do it, because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're just going to go the way the world is going, and the way the world is going isn't good. So we've
No.
got to make a different plan than the way the world is going, right? So you got to really put pen to paper and think and do some work and do some heart work about what it is you want your life to turn out like. And I know Michelle is really good at that. Michelle Licata she's so good at that. She's been doing that for years. So so let's go around here and first talk about what's a win, what you got out of Monday, and maybe some of your ideas of where you're thriving or declining. Do you want to start, Sharon or Betty? Betty, you got your mic off. Do you want to start?
Oh, is it off or can you hear me?
No, you're on. I can hear you.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, okay. Yes, I was really excited. The one thing that I begin, my win has been this week. Every day I'm cleaning up stuff, but I put a time limit. You don't have to do more than 10 minutes. So I've gone a box in this room, a box in that room, a box. I'm doing it. It's wonderful. And last night I came across this little paper. Remember when you dug up a paper from a long time ago? This is something I did several years ago. It says, lose weight. On this side, the pros and cons of keeping it off, or the pros and cons at staying. So on keeping it off, I said, it's good for my heart, diabetes, attitude, knee quits hurting, up and down stairs, willing to exercise, my hands quit aching, and I lose that horrible bad taste in my mouth. The con was I'm constantly arguing with myself. I'm sick and tired of starting over. Doesn't that plug into what we have here? My stay this way. I don't argue about myself about food if I just stay there. The con is I'm negative with myself. My hands hurt, the knee hurts, the back hurts, shoulders, stomach, diarrhea, constipation, clothes are tight, no ambition, crave food, empty calories, sweet calories, eat around the clock, tartar buildup is awful. I'm worried about getting cavities and I have a horrible taste in my mouth. And I looked at that and I thought,
is that the list I told you to write a long time ago?
This is a list that I wrote about 4 or 5 years ago that I found last night. And it's like, I don't have to do this anymore because Betty found a plan in June that works for me. I'm not going up and down. I'm not waking up one day with a nice sweet breath and the next day because I binged all night and have a horrible taste in my I don't have, it just was clear to me that this is what I wrote up, and it's what a blessing. What a blessing that uh, I have a better plan. I have a life plan, not just food, but I have a life plan.
You have a life plan.
So that was exciting.
And you're never going back. You're committed to your life, right? You're like a marriage, right? When you committed to your husband, you remember how that felt?
Yes.
You made a commitment, good, bad, or ugly, right? We say in good times and bad, right? Now you've made a commitment
that's right.
in good times and bad. Absolutely.
And after his operation, when he was so naughty and I got on him and I was terrible, and he said, we're not going to get divorced over that. And I said, you will never get rid of me that easy. I will wig you to the, if you're going to be naughty, you're going to put up with me. I will be here to the bitter end. And he all these years later, he's still here with me. So, but you may disobey the doctor, but I will get on you. So, but he can do the same to me too. If I disobey my doctor, he can do the same to me. So
yes, absolutely. Oh, brilliant. Just brilliant. I love it. I love it. So that was inspiring to you this week. So that was your win. You found that and it goes right along with everything.
Mm,
Are there
yeah.
areas now that you're reclining or declining that you want to bring up for this year? Have you ever done any life planning, Betty, and really put pen
I'm
to paper about what you want?
Yes, I'm working on that, and this is part of it. Gave me some ideas there, but I've been doing down the jotting down ideas and working on it, and part of it is to continue with. I'm working on my sleep, which is horrible. The good news about my sleep is I'm not arguing so much with my about myself. I keep going over the points, and it's starting to make sense. Oh, maybe sleep does make me healthier. Maybe sleep does help me get through the day. Sleep does give me more energy. I've upped my steps. I'm going from, 1,000 steps all of a sudden now in this first part of January. A couple of times I've gotten up to 4,000 steps.
Wow.
4,000. Didn't know I could count that high, did you? And now I'm
Wow.
counting that high. So,
Wow. 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 Wow.
so
Wow. So
I'm
you,
just, but it's nice. I took that list about because I always go and I tackle a box until I can't stand it. I have to go to bed and throw the blankets over my head. This time I said, no, you're going to go in there. All you have to do is 10 minutes. I go in, I work a little bit, get a little bit out, go through it, sort it. Okay, no more in the box. This gets filed, this gets thrown, this gets rerouted. This, not sure, it's not going back in the box. Make a decision. And then I have to make a decision because it's just one or two pieces of paper. So, and I know Sandy probably understands when I'm, because from what she's talked about before, and you did inspire me, but that was months ago. It takes me that, the nickel drops, but it takes a long time in my case, And so she put the nickel in the slot several months ago, and now it's finally starting to drop through.
you know what? Getting rid of all that stuff is emotional and it's tough, and you're inclining, okay? And you're inclining. It's really
Yeah.
it's
And
really
it doesn't have to be an incline like that. It's just a little one,
Yep.
but it's
Yep.
it's
Yep.
going.
You still
Yeah.
got a grade on that motion, right? You got a grade on the
Yes.
motion. That's all. If
Yeah.
you got, an object in motion stays in motion. So
Yes. Yeah.
just stay
So,
in motion, girlfriend. Just stay. Bravo. That's awesome. And then so you've got your goals written and you've got something that you can look at that's smart, like specific, measurable, attainable for each area.
yeah, I've got my list here
Okay, good.
to make my goals.
Okay, to make your goals. Okay.
I'm a paper person, a
So
paper and reading.
this weekend, guys, if you have time from 11 to 2, there's a we call an impact training. It's 11 to 2, and we're going to be talking about what is your reality right now.
Yeah.
What do you need to do? What do you want to change? And going through the workshop thing and taking the time to do it. If you want to join, I'm going to do a Zoom. It'll be free. You don't have to pay. I'll just put it on TV and we'll share it. So
Will it be just like this one so I can just go in and
yeah,
punch and get?
yeah. If you want to
you.
join,
Thank you. Yes.
okay. I'll put you on the list. Let me know if anybody else is
Me
interested.
too. Sandy too.
Sandy too? Okay, Sandy and
Sharon was, I think I said,
Betty. Are you gonna do Sharon with us?
yeah, that
Okay,
sounds
yep.
like a plan.
And then Roxy is coming, I know, and I think Carrie is coming to part of the second part. So if you let me know if you cannot, or if you can, or make part of it, or whatever. I'll send you the link, and that'll be just a good. You'll just have to listen in to the one that I paid for, but we'll just have the room open so you can listen and do the work. So I'm planning on doing the work because I haven't made that's my plan, is to do the work done. So
Are there any supplies that we should have at our hand so that do you need a paper? Do you need a paintbrush? Do you need a
the vision board workshop is the next Saturday. Okay. That's
Okay.
the 20th, and that's 1 to
Okay.
3:30. And you have
Yeah.
that, and you should have the preparation materials email in your inbox. It's called Vision Board, in the subject line. And it gives you a couple previews to work on, like what matters most in my bigger life worksheets.
Yes, okay.
And then it gives you, Michelle put in there kind of like what to have in terms of materials
Good.
available for the 20th.
Yes, okay.
All right, so that's 1 to 3:30. This Saturday is just the goal planning from 11 to 2.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, and that's with the whole Optavia community, and that's with everybody. Okay, but the vision
Okay.
boarding is just with the people that I've invited. There's probably going to be a good 20 of us there, but there's going to be a lot of my clients and friends, and you are all welcome to invite your friends and family to the vision board thing, because anybody and everybody can do it. And if they're in your life, bring them on your bus.
Yeah.
You know, standing room only. bring them on your bus. I highly recommend it. I know Kenzie's thinking about doing it with her kids, the vision boarding with her kids, and cutting out things and making a vision board for their family and having
That's
her kids
good.
around. So I think that's a really great idea, don't you?
Yes.
So okay, so 2 weekends in a row, you can have your whole next 20 years planned out, right? You can have a vision for the next 20 years of your life between this weekend and next Saturday. So all right, Betty, thanks for sharing. How about
Wonderful.
you, Sharon? What do you got,
Thank you.
girl? Or Wendy, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Roxy, it looks like Roxy fell off, but what you got?
So Monday night when they talked about the drama triangle, I liked it when they were talking about the empowerment triangle,
Yes.
where the villain becomes the challenger.
Mm-hmm.
The villain becomes the challenger to the. We learn to seek growth. That's where the is challenging us. The victim becomes the creator of
New
their
possibility.
life. The victim becomes the creator of their life and conquering the world. And the hero, what does a hero become?
Yep.
A hero becomes the coach.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Up there.
So that's the mirror image. Yeah, the mirror image of it. You flip the victim up to, yeah, it's the mirror image, the creator. That's cool. That was an aha moment for you, yeah?
Yeah, I finally understood victim triangle and flipping it.
Yep. You flip it. Yep. You're not. Yep.
That was the biggest thing. And so my wins for the week, I guess I would say I've had.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you, Sharon, before what role in that drama triangle do you tend to play most of?
I would say the hero. Wanting to be the hero. And because
the savior with the cape, and now you're learning to become a coach.
Yeah. But I had win this week. I have 3 that had joined me in the 24-day or 28-day level up challenge. That's exciting. Friends and family, 3 that have joined. So that's a big aha. And I'm part of the level up challenge. And so
wait, what's the aha? That you invited all the people and only 3 came?
What's that?
What was the aha moment that you invited a bunch and only 3 were on your bus?
The aha moment?
Yeah, what's the aha moment that only 3 came?
Well, they're not ready.
Yep.
They're not ready. Not the right time.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's seriously weird. That's hard to choke down, right? Those odds. 3 of 20 that you invited, or what'd you say? Is that what you said?
Probably. I haven't counted, but it was
Yep.
close to 20.
Yep, yep. So it's okay, because next time we do one, this is day 3 of the 28-day focus group. So if you don't have a 28-day focus, think about that right now, jot it down. What could one little mini goal be? What was your goal for the 28, Sharon? 28 days in a row?
Oh, well, the water,
Water?
hydration, and healthy snack at 2 hours intervals, using the using the stop challenge choose.
Okay.
Exercise 30 minutes, strength exercise 5 days a week, and the life book, at least 5 minutes in the life book.
Good.
Back to the life
Good.
book. As I read a lot of the life book, but I got distracted.
Mhm,
So
mhm. It's okay. It's always there. We can just go back and sharpen up the saw. What else? What else have you got to share? Wins or challenges,
mm,
struggles? Is there an area that you're inclining, declining, reclining?
that mindset is always a focus.
Hmm. Hmm. What do you say to yourself in there? What's the mindset struggle?
Oh, I can't do this, or not good enough, those
Mhm.
those kind of things.
Right,
Don't know
right.
enough.
Oh, like trying to help people. You're feeling like not good enough, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I get that. And just know that you are enough, because they want to be you, right? And everybody, you know what? Everyone around you, Betty, all your girls, they want to be you. Okay. They really do.
Mhm.
They're just maybe not in a state of readiness, right? So just stop telling yourself you're not enough, because that's all from Satan. I think that's just all junk.
Yes, I
And
agree.
I
That's
guess
not.
oh,
Go
I
ahead.
told Amy I had a little aha moment of like, people are really watching you. I said I'm at church on Sunday. I had an elderly lady came up to me and said, "Are you doing okay?" I said, "Absolutely, I'm fine." I said, and she said, "Well, I just didn't know." And so I said, "This lady would have not, people are talking." So I said, that was pretty exciting that people are talking about me.
Yeah.
Yes, she's
Yeah.
causing waves. Absolutely.
People are
And
talking. I'm just like, yay, people are talking.
And her brother is now her brother. She's inspired and coaching her brother, who's down 40 pounds or so, right? Was it
25.
what,
Wonderful.
25? Yeah. So,
And he's on a cruise right
25.
now. So
yep. And he's on a cruise, and he's staying the course. He's doing great. So she's learning how. Yeah. And you are good enough. Just being a role model. You are. Anything else you got aha moments or things that you?
nope, not particular.
And we're working on our goals this weekend, and we're going to craft our dreams together here coming up
Yeah.
too. So,
Yeah.
yep, awesome. She's just 20, the next 20 years is Sharon's life is going to be different than it ever would have been, right? Don't you think, Sharon?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely because of a different mindset. That's
Yep.
biggest.
Absolutely. 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 So good. Thank you very much for sharing. And it's not easy. It's not easy. We know that. And but you're living it. Sandy, tell me a little bit about your drama triangle here, what you got going on here.
Excuse me. My mom has been sick for 2 weeks. She has laryngitis, and now I think she probably just has a cold. She doesn't have COVID,
Mhm.
but there's COVID on her floor. And then she's also at the point of needing more services, and so her bill doubled from November to December, from 4,500 to 9,000,
Wow.
which means her
Wow.
funds are nearly gone. So now I'm in the position of trying to apply for all the services, medical assistance, elder waiver, and all those things. And it's a process that takes hours and hours and hours of filling out forms, providing information, talking to people. And
Yeah.
I've kind of think I'm getting laryngitis. Excuse me. So I've kind of been consumed with her life. And then our daughter was home for Christmas, and she was sick. Well, she wasn't sick. Her mass on her pituitary gland she was in a lot of pain. So a couple of days she spent hours on the couch moaning in pain. So I watched that firsthand, understanding, she lives alone in Las Vegas, far from me. And so then I witnessed what she goes through, and it was hard. So there's a lot of things going on over the holidays. And I worked really hard at trying to drink enough water. That didn't pan out necessarily. I was trying to eat healthier. That didn't work very well. I did keep moving. I did sleep well. I did my stress management to the best of my ability. Didn't give up Bible study. I'm still flossing my teeth most days. I mean, I'm trying to hold on to the ones that I have control over and
Yep.
getting back on track. So 2 days ago, I decided to start trying to do the 5-in-1 again, and I did 4 or 5 of the snacks, and I thought a healthy dinner. Well, I think I ate bad ground turkey, and I was very sick yesterday. All day, I was very sick. So
No.
I just kind of laid low and did the best I could. But I'm really working at getting back on track with the nutrition and the hydration. Because the other things are out of my control. I'm doing the best I can, and I know I am, but it's still hard for me to interact with Mom when she's just constantly needing me, and I can't ever seem to do enough to make her happy or make her feel comfortable or whatever. So it's a constant challenge. On the other hand, the daughter is doing, although she's in pain, she's doing well, and we have really good conversations. She calls every night on the way home to check in, and she understands that we're not trying to run her life. We just care about her, and we want to know she's okay because she's so far away. So she calls us every night on the way home to decompress about work, and then we have a nice conversation. We know she's safe for that day.
Yay, good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so, anybody else have a lot of life going on, right? Raise your hand if you had a lot of life going on over the holidays. So Tuesday, if anybody saw Dr. Anderson, yeah, Michelle did. If anyone saw Dr. Anderson on Tuesday, if you didn't, go back and watch it, because many people were talking about the same thing, Sandy, and how to detach from that and pretend like everything that's happening is in front of you in the water, and be a witness to your emotion, be a witness to what's happening, and then decide what you can and can't do before you get in the water with them, right?
Yes.
And so that, it sounds like, you were detached enough to understand where you were, and you were aware. So that was a huge win. And what I find helpful for me is that, like you said, you hang on to all healthy habits you already have for dear life, and you focus on those, and you don't try to start something new during high times of stress. No. And you don't even attempt it. You have to, okay, now I'm ready. That's too hard to do. So you did good. Hang on to the ones you got, and then when you're ready. So it sounds like
even the walking, Steve has been coming with me to the Arboretum. He doesn't always walk the whole way. Oftentimes he quits about a mile in, goes back to the car, and then this is so sweet. He comes to each parking lot along the way. And when I get to that parking lot, he says, are you still okay? Are you going to keep on going? I always keep on going, but he's always there to pick me up if I need to. And luckily, 2 days ago, or the last time we walked, he got to the Maze Garden, which is one of my favorite places, but they took the porta potty away, and I really need to go to the bathroom. I said, I don't want to give up, but I got to go to the bathroom. So he took me down to the picnic shelter, and then I walked another mile beyond that after I found the bathroom.
We all need a Steve. We all need a Steve in our
Yes.
lives.
Yes.
That is awesome. So Sandy, I know you're a big walker and everything. Something I've come across, I want to share with you is, music always brings us. So music is such a powerful thing for your emotions, right? So do you have your word for the year, Sandy? And
I put it in the chat. It's consistency or consistent. And I found a song, and this is kind of funny, but it kept coming into my mind, so it's got to be the one. I Will Survive.
I Will Survive.
Yay, good.
Awesome.
Yay.
Awesome.
I love that.
So awesome. And Kathy Dewhurst is consistency too. She's in Maui right now, living her dream. But I love it. I Will Survive is awesome. I think, Sharon, you maybe were playing with Staying Alive.
That's another good one. Yes.
That was the word that the song that just like, oh my gosh, I can't get it out of my head.
because Sandy's alive and fearless this year, and what are the other something? And so she's playing with these words about being alive. And you're 69 or 68?
68.
Yeah.
So yeah, staying alive. I haven't found anything else different. After I listened to the lyrics, I'm like, well, that doesn't really fit, but it's just the words and the music.
I
And
Again,
the
I'm
title,
so
I
all
didn't listen
over.
to the song. Is "I Will Survive" title. I have to go back and listen to the whole song. Maybe it's totally off, but
yeah,
that title has been in my head.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if all the lyrics match, but you
okay,
know what?
good. Then
As
it's
long as
staying alive.
you know, you know the message. You know the message,
I
right?
do. I do.
And
Yeah.
I love both of those songs dearly. I do.
Yeah,
I love
I
both
do
of
too.
those. Oh my, I Will Survive has got to be one of the best songs on the planet. I love that song. So yeah, so here's the thing I was gonna say with that. Add the song, because I have been adding that to my morning ritual every time when I get dressed and do my makeup. I listen to Diana Ross, I'm Coming Out. I want the world to know. You know the song, Diana Ross, I'm Coming Out? You don't know the song? Okay, I'll send
Maybe
you
I
guys.
just don't recognize it.
I'm singing poorly. It's called Diana Ross, I'm Coming Out. But anyways, that thing, I tell you what, I don't miss it. I do not miss it. It is the best 5 minutes of my day after my prayers. That's a good time. But this is the most fun part of my day. The most fun 5 minutes is that 5 minutes I listen to that stupid song. And I'm dancing, doing the Cameron Diaz little butt shake, and I'm having a good time. And then it's like I have a way better day, right? So add that to your word, because you all have a song, a butt shaker. You all have a butt shaker. You all do, right? So pick it, or whatever makes you cry. Maybe the song that makes you cry, right?
Should
Maybe
we be
the one that,
dancing to it too?
yeah, whatever. I mean, maybe it's a song that makes you like bawl because you know you're so like, I don't know, whatever, right? Whatever. So so I encourage you to do that. Oh, standing, yeah, standing break. All right. Michelle, tell us what's going on with you. And what's your win of the week? What's your focus for the future? Word, song? Any ideas? Focus for the month, 28-day challenge. You got a micro goal. I can't hear you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I can't hear you. Bummer. She's on over here. Let's see. I'm not sure what's going on. While she figures that out, guys, just so you know, I sent an information about the book club. There's another gal that's doing the book club that started last night. I don't know if you saw that notice, but they actually have a Zoom and they go chapter by chapter through the life book. And they do it over a year period of time. So if you're interested, it's Tuesday nights at 5 Central, and they do. There's a schedule I put in the chat messenger. If you want it, I can send it to you individually. Are you there, Michelle? Can we hear you now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yep. My Bigger Life. Don't forget My Bigger Life. And then What Matters Most is a preview for the maybe Saturdays, both the Saturdays coming up. So you can get your creative juices going. Okay. That's in your email. That's emailed. Michelle, what's going on with you? What's your win? What's your word? What's your song, girl?
Okay. I just want to share one thing with you guys. I don't know if you can see. Can you see this?
Yes. Woohoo!
Mel Robbins, and you can go to melrobbins.com.
Awesome.
And I spent about 3 hours doing this before on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. And it's make 2024 your best year yet. And so in the beginning, you really, there's a podcast you can listen to where she talks about it. And then she has you, it's kind of like completing 2023. And then she has you write down your goals. So in completing 2023 is really powerful because she has you use your phone and go through your pictures, which I thought was really cool. So,
what did you learn? Right? Yeah, you go through the year before. What did you learn? And what are you going to bring forward to this year? Absolutely. It's great stuff.
So anyways, that was really powerful to do that. And then the last part of it, it's kind of like it really goes with what you're talking about. It's stop, start, continue. So what
Mhm.
are we gonna stop doing this
Yep.
year? What are we gonna start? And what are those healthy habits that we already have that we're gonna continue?
Yeah.
So my song for this year, you guys, it's Beyonce. It's you can't break my soul. I think it's you don't break my soul or you can't break my soul. I love that song. It's like it really gets me going because the words to it are like, we're not gonna let outside forces get us down. And so that's yeah. And then paying attention came out of doing the Mel Robbins work. Because I saw that when I wrote down about, it has you look
What's your
at
word? Attention?
paying attention.
Attention.
So it has you look at what did you learn about yourself over the past year? And in several of those, like, when I looked at my pictures starting in January, like I created my dream kitchen. I designed it myself. I had pictures of picking out everything, the tile, the colors, every little detail, the hardware, the lighting, everything. And then of course, then in April, I had a flood in my kitchen, like literally 3 days after it was finished, flooding my
And we had
kitchen.
planned to do a cooking live from her kitchen and then it flooded.
Oh,
But about $80,000 to $90,000 worth of damage in my home, which insurance covered. But I was out of my home for 5 weeks. I was living in an Airbnb with my dog, and it was really last year was really a tough year for me. I broke up with my boyfriend in June, which wasn't a good, was a good thing for me to do, but still was emotionally impacted me in a lot of ways. But what I began to see is like the really huge wins, like creating my dream kitchen. Like I've been thinking about this for years, like I actually freaking did it. But I paid attention. I paid attention to every little detail. And the other thing I really saw is paying attention to in the area of relationships, that being in a relationship with my ex, I wasn't paying attention to some of the friendships that are really important to me. And it's really I'm not willing to let those friendships go to be in a relationship with a man. And but again, it's like paying attention. So I've been paying a lot more attention the last few months. And another thing that was a huge win that's actually more than 2023 is I I got my credit score from the high 600s to 805 because I paid attention over 3 years and really worked on it, and I paid attention.
good.
So those were huge.
Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy finances, girlfriend. It all goes together, right? It all goes together.
Yes, it does.
Yep. And when we pay more attention over there, it's better over here. And right, it's all a big that is fantastic. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Standing O, standing O. I'm so thrilled. And I'm not surprised because Michelle does the work. This girl knows how to do the head work and heart work. Now, Michelle, for you paying attention to your actual action, right? Attention to action and doing, because you tend to be a thinker, dreamer, you've got all this, but now attention to action.
Yes,
What?
yes. And this year is about paying attention. There's two. I want to really expand into a area of my business that I've been thinking about for years, and I'm going to just pay attention this year. I'm going to do the work, and also in the area of my personal health. And so those are the two that I pay attention to, and I'm not going to get distracted by other things and I usually try to do all this stuff. I was working on becoming a professional speaker, and I do, but not right now, right yet. Maybe after I get the business up to
Yeah.
where I want it to be.
Like with Michelle, it's always like fishing reel, reel it in, like reel it in, like one thing at a time, Michelle. Like pay attention to
I know.
one action at a time.
5 hours in the water, and it's like, and then
Yeah.
it's difficult to get any of them in
I want
because
it all. I
one
want it
starts.
all now. She has to do it
I
all
know,
now.
and I want it all now.
You want it all now. I know
Yeah.
she's like me, and we got to go one action step at a time. So I love it. Now take action on your dreams and action on your work that you did and little baby micro steps, right? One little action, pay attention to an action. That's what 28 days is about. You know, you're going to pay attention to what one thing you're going to do. Like for me, I'm going to brush my teeth by 8:15. Okay. I am listening to my song every morning. These are little teeny bites that I'm paying attention to, and they're making a big difference, right? So in Sandy, pick a tiny bite, right? Remember, we can't eat the whole elephant. We can only eat little small bite, dinosaur bites, not dinosaur bites, right? Little bites. They sent, Optavia sent this after Monday. I gave you this link. It's a 6-page document, much like you were talking about with Mel Robbins, with all of the planning exercises in 6 sheets. And then or you can use the My Bigger Life worksheet that I already sent, but this is in Messenger today and on your text. It's a brilliant piece. You go through it. 6 pages. The last page I love is about writing a letter to yourself on December 31st of this year. Writing a letter to yourself as if you were that person at the end on the last day of 2024. Okay. And it's a very powerful thing if you've never done it. And much of the other stuff in here is what you were talking about, Mel Robbins was talking about. So these are great. These are important worksheets. You've got to do the work or else it just doesn't ever happen. So grab whatever worksheet floats your boat and go to town before Saturdays, the next 2 Saturdays. And your intention can be to really have your 20-year vision. And you can create that within the next few weeks. So and only create it through baby steps, one day at a time. So there's no other way. Yep.
I have a quick question. Is
Yeah.
there going to be, I work every Saturday, so is there going to be a recording of this Saturday?
Yes, there will be. Yes, you will. I'll try to record my Zoom. The recording, if you paid the $50, if you pay the $50 in membership, you will get your own recordings. You will only get a recording of us listening to it. If you just come on to my Zoom, but if you register and pay the $50, you get your own recordings. So it's up to you. Whatever, if you want to, spend the $50, great. If you want to just come and listen in and voyeur in, you can do that too. So, does that make sense, Michelle? And then the vision board one, we will definitely be Zooming, recording the vision board one. So
Cool.
we'll get that recording to you. And I also have another recording of vision boarding that is not done by me, but it was done by Optavia and some people there. So I can send that to you too. Carrie or Roxy, do you guys want to say anything? You haven't chimed in at all today or been on camera. Do you want to have a takeaway to share or anything you'd like to share today or not a good time? No? Okay. So let's see, day 3. So if you haven't started one, you know what? 28 days started Monday, just start today, whatever your thing is. Maybe just listening to your song. You got all the preparation materials. Is there anything else I was gonna say? I had these, oh, I don't need to talk about that. That doesn't matter. What was the one last thing I was gonna say? Something else here. Oh, I'm going to share more about this with you guys because it's 1 o'clock now on Saturday when we do our vision boards. But I'm super excited about that because, hold on a second. Well, now I can't find it.
While you're looking, what's the Beyonce song title?
I here. I think it's you can't break my soul, or it's, yeah, if you type in you can't break my soul, it'll come up.
And
Yeah.
Amy, what was yours? What was your song?
Mine, Diana
Yeah.
Ross, I'm coming out.
Diana Ross, I'm coming out. Okay.
Yes. So I just
Thank
want to share with you before our vision board workshop that I realized this is my big takeaway from Monday, the aha moment. I've been doing goal setting and I've been doing this kind of vision planning, the goal setting stuff for a long time. But just quickly, my vision board has been this symbol of peace. Okay, for since 2000, and I think since 2014. And this, if you can see, this is my hand-drawn vision board. And
I like
you can't really see, but it's the symbol of peace. Okay, the outline is a symbol of peace, and I hand drew it. And I just realized on Monday, it hit me like a ton of bricks. This is the symbol of peace. Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy finances. And don't you know, the things I have filled in my healthy mind, body, and finances, it goes right along with healthy mind, body, finance. I was like, what? Blown away. I had no idea. So I was all along. I was going for this wholeness. I was trying to become whole in all those areas. And I didn't really realize, I've never put the two and two together. So I'm super excited to see what's coming for me with all the outside and external changes I've been, making this year on the outside of me and caring about what I look like on the outside. And so I'm gonna, I'm excited to see what transpires here, because this is really fun. I'm having a lot of, so be with it, guys. Keep working with it, playing with it, roll around in it. It's gonna, keep learning and growing. And I'm super proud of you. And love you. Love you all go. But thanks for showing up, loving yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle, and being on my bus.
Yes,
Have
thank you.
Okay, hugs. Love you.
Hugs.
Love you. Love you. Bye. Have a good week.
Okay.
Bye.